Good morning and aloha. Thank you very much for watching. Today we have Higan service, but before the service, I'd like to start a lecture series on lineage of Honen Buddhism and its Nembutsu. The reason why I started, I wanted to study the history of Nembutsu and share some little knowledge is because the people who already know Nembutsu, you already know how great, how peaceful that Nembutsu, you know the great merits of chanting Namu Amida Butsu. You already know it. But many other people don't know the great merits of Nembutsu. And in this modern world and in the wide variety of selections, how we can reach the essence of Jodo Buddhism to the people. And I said, nowadays people are getting busier and busier, and with more and more information and more every day, every single moment that there is something interesting, YouTube available, interesting events going on. Then, what kind of good service that we can present to the general audience? That is one of my main topics. So, by reviewing the history of Nembutsu, and we can, I'm hoping that we can modify the very best part of Nembutsu to the people in this modern world. And our Honen Shonin, Jodoshu tradition, chanting Namu Amida Butsu all the time, this is our teaching. So chanting Namu Amida Butsu is very naturally and all the time is very important. But in this, busy day, no matter how you spent chanting Namu Amida Butsu, is it, can we provide something good to the community and to the society? Maybe in other ways, like for example, one of the ways to contribute to the community is that you make business and you make money and you share and you give back and donation to the community is one of the great ways. So in order to do this, you need to keep aside chanting Namu Amida Butsu. You cannot spend 10 hours every day chanting Namu Amida Butsu, but you need to spend to work to make money. And then you share, give back, and contribute to the society and to community. But, chanting all the time. So that was how engaged Buddhism. That engaged Buddhism is that our active connection with societies, not only doing service and then chanting Namu Amida Butsu prayer is very important. There is no doubt that this is very important. However, this could this could give merit to the people who do the chanting, who do the prayer. However, many other people are not having the profit from your, chanting of Nama Amida Butsu. So that's why, we need to review and then we need to seek for the best balance of our tradition of chanting Namu Amida Butsu. So chanting Namu Amida Butsu, and we can contribute, to the society and to the community, how we can continue to the society. So by reviewing the lineage of our Honen Buddhism and its Nembutsu tradition, I want to take a good part and to present to you, and not only those who already are members of Jodo mission, Jodoshu members, but also there are many other people, non-Buddhist and then non-Jodo members. So I am hoping that I can present the super essence of Nembutsu and I can modify, best Nembutsu to this modern world and to the society. And in order to do that, how in the history of Buddhism, Nembutsu has changed. So everything is changing, and that includes Buddhism too. So Buddhism, from time to time, from place to place, it has moved, and it came to now in the world. In Hawaii, it reached, 126 years ago, 27 years ago, Buddhism was imported, and now so many years pass, and it is actually keep changing. So if you look back the history of Buddhism, you can easily understand how Buddhism was transformed and adjusted to the local country and then its culture. So adjustments are always happening. That means that happened in the past means that could happen in the future. So Nembutsu is, if you think, oh, that's the best, way that we are presenting, that we keep tradition, is in a sense important. But if you think it's the best, that's it. There is no development. But by our culture or civilization, always developed by reviewing the past. That is happened in the medieval times. That Renaissance, Renaissance was reviewing the ancient culture of Greek and Rome, right? Then they develop, dynamically the culture, everything, civilization. So our history of Nembutsu, so by reviewing the past history of Nembutsu, we can develop, modify, adjust the best part of Nembutsu to the people in this world. So that is my intention, that I wanted to deliver the lineage of Honen Buddhism. So, but I know everybody busy, so maybe I should not talk too much, and then maybe every time I try to be not more than 30 minutes. So I should please let me know, if I talk too much more than 30 minutes. So I will be very careful within 30 minutes, and then every time I can continue this series of this is Interesting. And I want to share why the reason why I do the YouTube is that only one reason that I thought it was interesting. That I experienced very interesting, and I learned very interesting that I want to share. So through my experiences of learning, I'd like to share the very important part of Buddhist teaching that could apply to everyone, that could benefit many other people. That's why I want to deliver, my sermon and the service. So that is my wish. So through the lineage of Honen Shonin is, of course, Buddhism was started. It's been 2,500 years ago. It's a long, long history. And the, amount of knowledge is, oh my goodness, it's so huge. It's almost so huge. And then I'm not a scholar, I'm a priest. But through my experience of Nembutsu, I trace back the history of Nembutsu. That in the series I want to do. And the first picture you see is, Honen Shonin in the center, that when Honen Shonin passed away, surrounded by many disciples and students. And this picture is, I think, I should check it, but I take it from Honen Shonin 2012 Jodoshu calendar. So if you have 2012 Jodoshu calendar, you have this same picture that Honen Shonin passed away, surrounded by many disciples. And this scene is very famous for the biography, illustrated biography of Honen Shonin. But this is, I think, kind of new picture. So all the, his disciples' names are written. So it's not based on the history, what really happened. But after that, it was composed, recreated, put, important disciple and students. And so this is how Honen Shonin passed away, according to the artist. And the testament, one sheet testament, is very famous. Before Honen Shonin passed away, Honen Shonin was asked to leave essence to one of the students called Seikanbo Genchi. So Seikanbo Genchi Shonin was a young priest who served, many years to attend master, to take care of, cleaning, to take care of, meal, to provide meal. That he attended Genchi Shonin. So they already knew Honen Shonin was getting closer to the death, was in the near-death condition. So 2 days before Honen Shonin passed away, Seikanbo Genchi, so Genchi Shonin asked Honen Shonin to leave the essence of his teaching, the essence of Nembutsu that Genchi Shonin requested. So upon requested by Genchi Shonin, the beloved disciple, Honen Shonin, spent his energy, the last energy, 2 days before he passed away. He wrote one sheet document and imparted his message, the super essence of Nembutsu, in his writing. So that is called Ichimai Kishomon. And because it was written in a single document, it is called Ichimai, one sheet document. And we think this is, of course, because 2 days before he passed away, he left. We think this is a testament, his last will. However, there is another, testamentary words, is a testament. It's described in the illustrated biography of Honen Shonin. It's called Honen Shonin Gyojo Ezu. So Honen Shonin Gyojo Ezu. It's a picture scroll, And the picture and episode and the teaching is described in the picture scroll. And this is national treasure in Japan, owned by Chioin, the Grand Head Temple. Oh, I've never seen the real one, but I always wish to see, the real one, the illustrated biography of Honen Gyojo-ezu. And this is also called Chokushu Goden. Chokushu Goden, or omitted, we say Chokuden. And it is also, so, it's kind of interesting that, very important document, or very important person has some nicknames, not only one name, but also some nicknames or other names. That, it shows the greatness of the person, or the greatness of the document. And this is 48th, 48巻伝 Honen Gyojo as some other names. That means that is actually great. And there were 48 fascicles, chapters, were composed by Shunjo in 1335. So about little over 100 years after Honen Shonin passed away, this picture scroll was created, and it is ordered by the order of Emperor Go-Fushimi. So, because it was, imperial order, it's called Chokushu Goden, is actually ordered by emperor. So that is very sacred text. And, you have a good news that Jodo Research Institute is now making progress of the English translation of 48, fascicles of illustrated biography of Honen Shonin. And that's a great news. And, even some time ago, in commemoration of 800th great anniversary of the Honen Shonin in 2011, the modern Japanese translation was published by Jodo Research Institute. That was also the great achievement. Great achievement was made. So anyway, English Pro translation is coming. Wow, it's amazing. So anyway, this was made in 1335. And on this 39th chapter, 39th fascicle, there is a testamentary words that separate from Ichimaiki Shonin. And Honen Shonin mentioned to one of the Horenbo Shinku. So Horenbo Shinku is the first disciple, was the first student. He entered, served as a Honen Shonin, and a long time disciple. So he, Horenbo Shinku Shonin, conducted seventh day memorial service after Honen Shonin passed away. So in this 48巻伝 Honen Shonin Gyojo-ezu, on the 39th chapter, 39th fascicle, that Honen Shonin left a message, testamentary words. Do not build a temple for the purpose of memorial service for myself. So he actually mentioned that you don't need to make a temple for me in memory of myself. And this you probably heard, another chapter that Horenbo Shinku, the same person received another teaching that Shinku Shonin asked, Honen Shonin, my master, the person who is called master from ancient time has memorial site. The people who are called master, they all have memorial sites that students, the learners can visit anytime. So, master, please tell me which, temple shall be your memorial site. Which temple shall be your memorial site? Then Honen Shonin says that, no need to make temple, because wherever you hear Namu Amida Butsu shall be my memorial site. So this is a great teaching. But this is more specific. Do not build a temple. And also, he said, do not gather at a place, but do Nembutsu individually and quietly. So this is Honen Shonin said. So that means that after Honen Shonin passed away, you don't need to make temple, and you don't need, please do not make, get together to do the service, but please do individually and quietly do the Nembutsu from where you live. And this, of course, is happening. But this is still good in this, current situation. The coronavirus getting together is very dangerous. So Honen Shonin didn't want getting together. But do whatever you can do while you are staying at your place. That Honen Shonin's will. So wow, also this is very happening, but this is still excellent teaching. Do not gather, but do individually and whatever you can do, and the Nenbutsu. So from what Honen Shonin testimony was, the picture getting together is actually what Honen Shonin didn't want. Honen Shonin wanted everybody stay, wherever you belong to, but you continue chant Namu Amida Butsu and quietly. That is very important. And the reason why, get together is no good is because Honen Shonin mentioned that getting together causes dispute or quarrel. So if people get together, we actually, especially if the great person passed away, we always dispute, oh, I'm the right person who received right teaching of Honen Shonin, right? So great people, the great person, the leader passed away, that everybody want to be a leader. And thus they dispute and make quarrel, and sometimes, fighting happen. That Honen Shonin never wanted. And at the same time, Honen Shonin, Namu Amida Butsu, is good for yourself. So that getting together is a source of actually trouble. And that's still true in the today world, especially this coronavirus pandemic. Getting together is a source of problem. So although 800, almost 11 years ago, Honen Shonin passed away, but his teaching is still inspirational and true. And of course, this is very happening, but do not get together and but do the Nembutsu is a true great teaching. And getting together causes dispute or quarrel. So through the series of this lecture, I want to rethink about what is Buddhism. And actually, every time I talk about what is Buddhism, and through my experience, so because every time I make different experience, and today, Higan, so I made osushi. So I cannot believe, I used to make every Sunday before this Sunday service. I make every Sunday. Oh my goodness. After coronavirus started, I didn't do it. But after 1 year, almost 1 year passed, so I finally started to make sushi or sushi. But every time, before for many years, oh my goodness, I cannot believe, I did for such a long time, and every Sunday I made sushi. But through the experience of, various experience, I learn every time, and then what I learned and good, I want to share. And so, in like manner, what is Buddhism? And the reason why I want to share Buddhism is super good, and super interesting. But in general, if you have a question, in many cases, answer is already there. Answer is already there in the name. And so in Japanese, we call it Bukkyo. What is Buddhism? Buddhism is Bukkyo. And Bukkyo are two characters. One is Butsu, in Japanese, Hotoke. It's a Buddha. It means Buddha or awakened one. And another character, Kyo, means teaching. So what is Buddhism? And I probably and for surely that when Chinese masters, priests, they went to India to learn Buddhism, and they thought about what is Buddhism? How do you translate Buddhism, right? And so they picked up two characters. So in a sense, translation of Buddhism, what is Buddhism? Answer is translation itself, because translation is a result of thoughts to think about what is Buddhism. So Buddhism is already expressed in the answer, Bukkyo. So two characters, Buddha teaching. So what is Buddhism? The answer is Buddha teaching, or teaching of the Buddha. But also there are two characters, but by making combination, you can have another understanding. Just two characters to represent what is Buddhism, but by combination, rearranging the characters, we have another understanding. That is the Buddhism is the teaching to be a Buddha. The teaching to be a Buddha. So that is the understanding of Buddha. And also the teaching by the Buddha. The teaching of the Buddha. And teaching for the Buddha. So in this way, naming, represent the very important part of the content. So, the name is such a great value. Without name, we cannot actually think about what it is. So the name is very important. It's because without name, we cannot imagine what it is, and we cannot pursue, the goal without having the name. So name, in many cases, has important and essential information. So that Bukkyo is very important to essentially to talk about what it is. And so the goal of Buddhism is to become a Buddha, to be awakened. That is our goal of Buddhism. By the way, in English, we say Buddhism, and Buddhism is actually came from Buddhism. So ISM is like a doctrine. So like Hinduism, Taoism, and then we have nationalism, fascism, feminism. So something ism represent like doctrine of something, right? And then so Buddha actually for Western people, I think. Sorry, I'm not studying. Who first used Buddhism, and originally Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So Dharma is what Buddhist teaching represent in original word, Sanskrit Dharma, and in Pali language it's Dhamma. Dharma is what Buddhist teaching, and maybe Max Muller is a German philosopher in the 9th century. he maybe started to use Buddhism. Sorry, I'm not sure. But if you know, please let me know. But so anyway, Buddhism was actually, it came from Buddhism. And this ism is very interesting. Like sometimes, have you ever heard like Hondaism? Hondaism, you know, the automobile company Honda is famous, and the company was started, founded by Mr. Soichiro Honda. He was a very strong character. He made the company from by himself. One generation make a big worldwide company, and his strong, uh, face. So we sometimes call Hondaism. So that is that how we say Buddhism. And in the early textbook, in the collection of early text, Buddhist texts, it's called Agonkyo or Agama. There are 10 titles, and to contemplate 10 titles names of Buddha is a way to remove three poisons and the way to enlightenment. So in the early textbook, to contemplate 10 titles are already mentioned in the early textbook. That means that Nembutsu, Nembutsu, we nowadays understand because of influence by Master Shandao, Nembutsu is to chant Namu Amitabutsu, to chant name of the Buddha, to recite name of the Buddha is we regard Nembutsu. And vocalize the name of Buddha is what we think Nembutsu. But originally, Nembutsu, name means in Chinese means to contemplate. So to contemplate Buddha is what Nembutsu. And in this agama, like Agonkyo, in a collection of early Buddhist textbook, its Nembutsu are mentioned as a general and important practice, essential practice for the enlightenment. That is to contemplate 10 names of Buddha. And these names are actually characteristics and characters or description. What is Buddha like? It's Nyorai, Tathagata, and Ogu is actually the person who is worthy to have it, to have offering. And Sanskrit is Arahato. And Toshogaku, Samansa, Buddhasa. And Myogyosoku, Zenze, Sekenge, Mujoshi, Jogo, and Tenninshi at Butsuseso. So these 10 characters are in the various textbooks are mentioned. But originally, to contemplate Buddha as 10 titles are very essential and general practice. And you probably not, this is not familiar to our Jodo practitioners. However, the next one, bandana, is actually very familiar. And here in Hawaii, whenever Buddhists get together, we chant bandana together. And usually bandana is set with tisarana, or three treasures, or three jewels that we take refuge in. That is, three treasures are Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So this bandana chant is together with three treasures. But bandana means worship, reverence, and adoration. And this, bandana, that means that bandana we Buddhists share. For all Buddhists, every Buddhist, This is a general, verse, general words to chant together. That is, we can say that super essence of the Buddhism. And this bandana is a very simple. It's written on a Pali language. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samansa buddhassa. Very simple. And I want to see how, the sentence structure. By looking the sentence structure, we can have new discovery of this bandana. So bandana, we regard this is the reverence. This is the worship, words of worship. However, behind the scene, the important message is hidden. So this is a sentence. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samansa buddhassa. So bandana can be divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 words divided. And the first one, Namo, is just like Namu. That is veneration, adoration, and I take refuge. So our chanting, Nembutsu, Namu, Amidabutsu. So Namu is the same part, veneration. And Amidabutsu is a object of worship. So Namu, I take refuge, Amida Buddha. And other tradition like Soto mission, Namu Shakyamuni Butsu. Namu Shakyamuni Butsu is I take refuge, reverence to Shakyamuni Buddha because Namu Shakyamuni Buddha is a part of the object of worship. Then we have Shingon mission, Namu Daishi Henjo Kongo. Namu Daishi Henjo Kongo. So Daishi Henjo Kongo is actually the object of worship. So in a sense, these words of prayer, Nembutsu, same sentence structure. That is Namu plus the object of worship. Namu plus object of worship. That is our sentence. So bandana is actually same thing. Namu plus the object of worship. That is first. Tassa is to the or to him. So Namu to him. Veneration to him. Worship to him. That is the meaning of Tassa. Then 3 titles are followed. What is Bhagavato means blessed one. Then Arahato in Japanese Arakan. It's a worthy one or enlightened one. Samansa Buddhasa is Samansa Samma is properly, rightly, and it should be truly. And Sam Buddha is completely awake one. And completely, and it also means by yourself, with the help of, without help of anybody, by yourself, completely. So that is translated as Toshogaku. So this is actually bandana is nothing but Nembutsu, to contemplate 3 titles of Buddha. That is Bhagavato, Arahato, Samansa Buddhasa. So this is one of the early textbook. Agonkyo Agama. You see 10 titles. Tathagato, Arahato, Samansa, Buddhasa. So, bandana, wow, this is Nembutsu, same Nembutsu. We say Namu Amida Butsu, but this originally, it said Namo Tathagato, Bhagavato, Arahato, Samansa, Buddhasa. It's contemplate Buddha's great characters. So from the beginning, Nembutsu was such a important and general practice. And that, through the learning of, I realized, and I think, wow, this was my biggest discovery. I never knew that, bandana was Nembutsu. And bandana, if uh, take apart sentence that is same as Namu Amitabha, same as Namu Shakyamuni Butsu, And then Nam-myo Horenge Kyo is actually, we call Daimoku, but the same sentence structure, still Namu plus Myo Horenge Kyo. So although we call it Daimoku, is not separate, is not from the same as Nembutsu, but we regard same sentence that is original to contemplate 10 titles of name. So whenever we get together, we chant Nembutsu together. So if we know this fact that you probably more familiar with this bandana. So I want together to chant bandana tisarana today. So tisarana is T means three, and sarana means place of refuge. It's a social peace. Tisarana is for Buddhists to take refuge in three treasures: for the Buddha, awakened one, Dharma, his teaching, and the Sangha, Buddhist community that practice Buddhism. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Omedetu hinjikuzote wanji endai one, the supremely awake one. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dhamma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Okay. I, oh, I'm sorry. I think over 30 minutes. So next time I talk about, continue the lineage of Hoden Buddhism. So anyway, thank you very much for joining in the service. I want to start Higan service or Higan service. 먼저 가려고 의여지고 I aspire for my body to be as pure as an incense burner. I aspire for my mind to be like the light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation to dedicate myself to the past, present, and the future Buddhas of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Buddha, who eternally dwell in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings which eternally exist in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Sangha, the community which eternally exists in the lands of the 10 directions. 부정이나 세속유노조 은요샤가뇨나 유노조 은요지포뇨라이 유노조 We reverently call upon Amida Buddha, the world-honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Tathagata, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. 가샤쿠쇼도 쇼아쿠모 The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and division. Born of my conduct, words, and thoughts, I now repent them all. 10年。ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブムアミダナムアミダブチュナムアミダブ
profound and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 million years, is difficult to encounter. We now here receive and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Dharma. 心人願門。仏説願無量寿経大工心人願門。ページ42。42。仏語阿難有大形思想上一指導教願無量寿心相公明阿難道寺無量寿人行百千万の具山天元無断言時仏信仰60万那有単語が社有準備権略語風天根天用語主義The visualization of Amida Buddha. The Buddha said to Ananda and Vaidhi, when these perceptions are achieved, you should next visualize the physical attributes and radiant light of the Buddha of immeasurable light, Amida youth. Ananda, you should know that the body of Amida youth Buddha is as glorious as 100,000 million pieces of gold in the jungle river of Yama heaven. His height, 60 trillion miles, is as countless as the sands of the Ganges. The white tuft of hair between his eyebrows, curling to the right, is like 5 months now. The Buddha's eyes, like the waters of the four great oceans, their blue and white are distinct. Every pore of his body radiates bright light like Mount Smell. The Buddha's aurora is as expansive as 10 billion of the 3,000 great thousand worlds, and within this round aura are hundreds, thousands of millions, as countless as the sands of the Ganges of transformation Buddhas. Each of these Buddhas' manifestations also has assembly of countless manifestations of the Bodhisattva's attainments. The Buddha of infinite life, Amida Youth, has 84,000 major marks. Each of these attributes also has 84,000 minor marks of excellence. And each of these also has 84,000 rays of light. Each ray universally shines upon the realm in the 10 directions, embracing and never forsaking all living beings, calling Amida Buddha's name. His light, physical attributes, marks, and transformation Buddha cannot be fully explained. Only through deep contemplation can you see them in the mind's eye. If you experience this, you will see all the Buddha of the 10 directions. This ability to see all the Buddha is called ninth Nembutsu Samadhi. Forming this visualization is called the visualization of the bodies of all the Buddhas. By envisioning by the Buddha, and you will also see the Buddha's mind. The Buddha mind is great compassion itself, embracing all beings with conditional compassion. Those who practice this visualization discard their bodies for the other world, shall be born before all the Buddhas and realize the insight of non-arising. For this reason, the wise ones direct their thoughts to clearly envision Amida Youth, the Buddha of immeasurable light. To visualize the Buddha of immeasurable light, begin with one attribute and mark. First, simply visualize the white tuft of hair between his eyebrows until it appears perfectly clear. When you see the white tuft of hair between his eyebrows, the 84,000 attributes and marks will naturally appear. As you see the Buddha of immeasurable light, you will also see the innumerable Buddhas of the 10 directions. Having gained the vision of innumerable Buddhas, with all the Buddhas before you, you will receive the prediction of your future enlightenment. This completes visualization of all the physical features of the Buddha bodies, called the ninth visualization. To practice in this way is called right visualization. Any other practice is called unorthodox visualization. Page 23, 本税家。皆本税願極なくしよ文上さんとえこ即所無所し Amida Buddha's original vows are the essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to enable us to immediately attain birth in the pure. 10年。ナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダブツナムアミダブページ52 sorry, 50, 54, 54, 55. 中総大師法年少人ご遺君一枚起請文もろこし我が町にもろもろの知者たちのさたしもされる観念の念にもあらずまた学問をして念の心を悟りて申す念仏にもあらずただ往生極楽のためには南無阿弥陀仏と申して疑いなく 往生するのと思いとりても主他には別の司祭そうらわずただし三人死守と申すことの総論は皆欠場して南無阿弥陀仏にて往生するぞと思ううちにこもり総論なりこの他によく書きことを存んでば二尊の哀れみに外れ本願に漏れそうのべし念仏を親善人はたとえ一代の王よくよく学しとも一本うちのうどんの身になして天入道の無知の友柄に同じして記者の振る舞いをせずしてただ一向に念仏すべし将のために良心をもってす浄土宗の安心企業はこの一子に至極せり元空が所存この他に全く別義を存ぜず滅後の邪気をせがんがために所存を印をわんぬ建略2年正月23日大師大ご飯Page 52 Our founding Master Honen's parting message, the One Sheet Testament. Many Buddhist masters and scholars in China and Japan have understood Nembutsu as a contemplation of Amida Buddha and the Pure Land. However, I understand it differently. The restriction of the Nembutsu does not come from studying and understanding of its meaning. To be born in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, we need only to say Namu Amida Butsu and believe without a doubt that we will attain birth there. Resolutely reciting the name Butsu and believing in birth in the Pure Land naturally give rise to the three minds and the four modes of practice. Should I withhold any deeper wisdom beyond the name Butsu, may I then lose sight of compassion of Shakyamuni and Amida Buddha and slip through the embrace of Amida's original body. Those of you who put your trust in the Nembutsu, even if you thoroughly study the teachings that Shakyamuni taught during his lifetime, you should become like unlettered, ignorant one or untrained devotee and not show any pretense of a learned person, but intently practice the Nembutsu. I hereby seal this document with the imprint of both my hands. The peaceful mind and practice of Jodo are fully imparted here on this one sheet. I, Genku, have no other teaching than this. To prevent any misinterpretations after my passing away, I make this final testament, transcribed on the 23rd day of the first month of Kenjaku Segen. 24. 生薬名光明天上実法世界念仏主上聖衆者南無阿弥陀仏南無 Page 62, 別エコ Dedication of Merit. I revere the king of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teaching Shakyamuni Buddha. All the Buddhas, as many as the sons of the Ganges in the six directions, Kannon, Seishi, all the great Bodhisattvas, the world assemblies of ultimately the beings of the pure and great ocean, and the three treasures and the great compassion. May there be harmony below the heavens with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely and disasters and calamity not arise. May nations be bountiful, people safe, and armies and weapons not to be used. Let us revere virtue and humanity and cultivate respect and humility. Our founder, the great master Enko Tozen Ejo Gokaku Jikyo Meisho Bajun Honi Daishi Honen Shonin, the second patriarch, national teacher Daisho Shojun Shoko Shonin, the third patriarch, the recording and meditation master Kishu Ryochu Shonin, the light of transmitting the pure land of the three countries, and all the great patriarchs by realizing the compassionate blessings. The founding master of our temple, the restorer, and all the priests who serve these Jodoshu temples with the Higan practice will achieve perfect enlightenment. My prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, to all the temple members, donors, and all living beings with whom I have karmic connections. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and transcend to be born into the pure land. We pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete affinity with the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist path. To all the members, the daily and monthly memorial tablets, the recently deceased, those in the intermediate stage of existence, and to all spirits, may we cultivate virtues so that they may be enlightened. We bow here on with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to our beloved ones for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment.願に上来諸宿道区開室へこ本日春季悲願へに際し弔うところの奨励はコロア浄土院並びにハワイ浄土宗人各家先祖代々一族専門諸君霊と当悲願追善相乗もないナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは戦士病持つ横難をし三害万で運無縁ないし崩壊病の利益ナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダナムアミダブチナムアミダブまた願わくは 2011年3月11日、東日本大震災復興者追善増上母大のために、ナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムツナムアミダム。In commemoration of Spring Higan service, I sincerely offer my prayers to all the members of Koloa Jodo mission and all the Jodoshu temples, and also my prayers to those who passed away in wars, in accident, and in natural disasters, including 311 East Japan earthquake, for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. また願わくは言葉へここに弔うところの奨励は、本田ファミリーより弔うところの奨励は、本田源氏こと常連院重要有効源氏孤児の奨励追善増上母大。また願わくは from Honda family for Mrs. Key Honda 蓮心院万葉妙縁大師東彼岸追善増上母大。また願わくは from Honda family for Honda family and Ebata family ancestors 追善増上母大のために、並びに本日インターネット参列の各家先祖代々追善増上母大のために、ナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムチナムアミダム。ページ26造営工芸元西功徳平等性一切同保持母大心往生安楽国。We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all, and may we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and bliss. 10年。ナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダナムアミダムチナムアミダム。主上無変性願道無変性願道無人性願地無上大性願生じた崩壊通りや無償無楽上無中However, innumerable sentient beings are earnestly vowed to enlighten them all. However, inexhaustible delusions are honestly vowed to extinguish them all. However, immeasurable the Buddha's teachings are, I honestly vow to comprehend them all. However, incomparable enlightenment is, I honestly vow to attain it by all means. I sincerely wish to share the blessing with all beings. Together we are born into the pure land of ultimately to achieve the way of the Buddha. 三将来。なみわみなうなみわみなみなみわみなみなみわみなみなみわみなみわみなみなみわみなみなみわみななみわみなみ諸仏十円本国無産国下思万物自身をもね、そう因中 May we now call upon all the Buddhas to return to their lands. We offer incense and flowers in appreciation to send them off. We ask for your compassionate guidance and protection. May those who have gone before us to encourage us to attain birth in the pure journey. Oh. Thank you very much. It became too long, so I think camera battery off. Oh, good morning, Dr. Kyle. Can you hear me? Sorry, I think it became a wrong service, so the camera battery off. So I think only voice, yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Yes, that's right. We lost the power.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Somehow we can communicate. Yeah, thank you very much. ありがとうございます。Oh, yeah, thank you. Audio perfect. ありがとうございます。I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it became one of the longest service. Okay, thank you very much again. Please stay safe. Namu Amitabha. So I want to conclude with Namu Amitabha 10 times. 如来大慈悲愛民五年東照十年ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ Okay, thank you very much. Aloha.